Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Mindy from Mindy's Crafts and Cash. My cousin's son is getting married and I want to make a card. I want to send him a little gift and I want to make the card first. So I had bought my new Gemini 2 from Crafter's Companion, which is an electric die cutting machine. And when I bought it, it came with this Love collection, which I have not used much. So I was thinking of going through and seeing if I can make a card. Now I tried to make one card which came out really dreadfully and I don't like it at all. So that was a little bit of practice. And it just came with a lot of little different things. And so I'm thinking that I might, what was it, empty, do the cake. I may stamp the cake and then cut it out and mount it on. And I don't know, this was kind of a weird collection. Here's a flower, and roses are red, violets are blue. I can't believe that's so old already. And here's an embossing folder, and here's another stamp. I don't know, I kind of kept it all together. And here's a tree, and you cut the people out, and I don't know. Anyway, let's play around a little and see if we come up with something that is acceptable, or if I have to go to the Hallmark store, which I never do, because if I can't make a card, it's really sad with all the thousands of dollars I've spent on supplies. So let's just move that away and see what we could do. Now I have these all cut, which I usually put something like happy birthday or best wishes, some kind of die cut on it. So we'll see if we could use any of those. And get this out. Okay, so here's the stamp. And it says love, laughter, and happily ever after. That's kind of cute. And here's the die. So let's first stamp it, and then I will color it. So I just pasted a piece of paper here. And let's just go like this. And pick that up. And let's see. I'm probably going to use alcohol markers. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going to use alcohol marker, so I'm going to use Memento. And I'm going to use black Memento ink, which I do know I have here. And then we'll see how we do. Now, I like to use a stamp platform, especially with something as intricate, because, something fell. Because if I don't get a clear impression the first time, as long as the paper hasn't moved, I can just open the door and hit it again, put more ink on the spot that I missed. And of course I'm not finding the ink that I need. So you think I would have gotten ready ahead of time, but I obviously didn't, since I hadn't really decided how I was going to do it. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. This is where I keep it. Oh boy. All right, you know what? I'm going to have to stop the video and look for it. Or, you know what? I'm going to use watercolor pens, and then I can use VersaFine. I'll use VersaFine Clair. Ooh. Okay. See, you gotta punt sometimes. Let's see. Looks like it's covered pretty well. And I have this little press, and that helps you get a good impression. And it's fine. Okay, I don't have to repeat it. The only thing I might do while I have it on is just stamp out another one if I want to make a second card or I screw up on the coloring. So let's try it again. Let's see if it's in the right place. Not quite, because I'm going to be cutting it. So let's try again. Almost. I may have to start this video over, because so far it's nothing but screw ups. Okay, got that. Let's see how we did. And that's another good one. Okay, so now we'll start with the coloring, and then we'll die cut, and we'll see what else we want to put on the card. So I'm going to take this off and get this out of the way. And I actually can put all these inks away. I have to go grab the pens. Talk amongst yourselves. I just put them away when I was cleaning up. Okay. What's good about these watercolor pens, they're not good if you're going to do a big area. They don't blend that well. But for all these little areas, they're not bad. And one side is very thin, so you can go like this. And it looks like this one isn't working. Let's see if the other side's working. A little bit. Okay. Let's put a little bit here. This is a pretty color. Okay. So we'll see how we do with this. Now I'm going to put a little note on it on the back, if they ever turn the card over, that I made this on my channel, and give them the link. And maybe they'll come to see how I made the card. Okay. Here is another one. So it's like the best of times for my cousin, because her son is finally getting married. She's so excited. And they're getting married the day after I'm having my surgery. So it's like the worst of times for me. Well, that's what happens. Life goes on. So see how we do with this. Okay, that's a pretty good color. I'm gonna do the bottoms of the leaves, and then we'll come back and do another color with the tips and make it look all pretty. A lot of detail on this one, but that's what makes these interesting. So I'm just about all ready. Still have to pack a little tiny tote. I expect I'll only be in the hospital one night. Last time I was in 2 nights, because the first day when I had the other knee done, they want to get you on your feet right away, and I collapsed. So I couldn't stand up at first. So when the doctor came that night, I said, I can't go home tomorrow. I can't even stand. And he said, okay, you could stay another day. So that's what I did. And then by the time I came home, I could walk a little bit. So that worked out fine. These are old, and I think I need to replace them. I obviously haven't used them very much, or I would have used them up, but I didn't. I haven't been coloring that much. I used to be obsessed with it. I have a whole closet full of coloring books, but I don't know, I got away from it a little bit. And now I basically color the most when I'm just doing a card like this. Okay, let's finish up the green, and we'll see if this is not too disgusting to send. And I try to keep the pens I'm actually using out, so if I have to go back and fix something or add something, I can do it. I have the pen right there. So let's do this one in this shade of pink, pinky purple, and we'll do this one up here. And then these I'll do like little grapes. And we'll see how it comes out. Let's find a purple. And that is that. So my cousin and I, the parent, the mother of this person who's getting married, we really bonded because we both had just one son, and everybody else in her family, all the kids basically got married or whatever, and we both live in Florida, and both have just had one child. We both had one boy. Okay, now I want to make this sort of gold, so let's pick a pretty yellow. Let's see what color this is. I can test it on here because, oh no, that's too orange, because I'm just cutting it out. Let's see about this. That's a good color. And so that's not a problem. That's pretty. And let's see, we can do the highlights around it in another color. Maybe a little bit of a brown. Let's try that. Another dead soldier. Okay, goodbye. Let's try you. That's a little better. So let's just go like this. And like this. And we'll figure out a way to make it a little bit glittery. Okay, and I'm gonna make this in the brown, and we'll make the under part in the gold, and then we have to decide what color we want the cake. So I hope you're crafting with me. What are you doing while I'm trying to make a wedding card? Hope you're doing something fun. Today I was thinking, it sounds pretty stupid, but I was really thinking that I hate gravity. Because everything I seem to touch falls on the floor. Okay, I think we need a little bit of purple in this cake. Let's see if this one works. Yes. So we'll just do these lines. And this one. And this one. And this one. Okay. And then we'll go around this. This has a lot of detail. These little things take a long time. When you get a handmade card, you really need to realize how much time the person put into it. Okay, and we'll just color this. Okay, where else do we have to go? Right over here. Use this part. Okay. We're going to keep the rest of the cake just white. So that's good. Now it's time to cut it with the die. And so we just put this over, and we tape it on very carefully. I have this purple tape, which is supposed to be low tack, and I'll put it through my machine, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, I am back. I got my diamond press manual machine, and you just tape this down and you put it right in here, and we'll see how it goes. If not, I can always go next door to the electronic. Okay. Okay, and there is the cake. I'm very happy with that. All right, now let's work on more of the card. Now I can put it on something like this. That looks kind of pretty, but not in black. Here's a pretty blue one. Actually, that might work. So let's think about that. I'm gonna cut a pink piece of paper for the card base. Stuck. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And I'm just going to cut an 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. So this is 11, so I'm going to do 5.5. And then if I screw up, I have another one because I want to make a pretty edge. So let's just fold it in half and make a good fold. And then I'm actually going to turn it inside out. And fold it again. Okay, so far I have this and I have this. I also have this, I could use. I have this I can use. And you know what? I think that looks very pretty. And this I'm going to pop a little bit. You know, I used to have these pop dots. They don't make them anymore. And they were sort of like rubbery. So when you put them in the envelope, it pressed it down. But then when you open the card, it popped it up a little bit. So I think I like that a lot. Now I grabbed some of these to do the edge, but if I'm going to use this, it's very ornate. I don't really need it. So I'm just going to keep it a little bit simple, although this is pretty ornate. And let us get this going. So let me try to center this, and I am going to pop that, so I'm not going to glue it yet. There's like a, yeah, I'm going to glue it on the other side. There's one side that kind of looks indented, and that is not the side that I want. So I'm just going to dot it here and there. This would also be one of those kinds of things that I could put through. I have a machine that makes stickers. You just run it through, and then you have adhesive on one side. But I don't have a big one, and I don't think this one would fit. They make them all different widths. Okay, it's pretty good. Let's glue. Okay, and this dries clear. Okay, so now I'm going to get some pop dots. So I have a whole collection. I want pretty skinny ones. I don't think I have skinny ones. So I'm just going to use these. You have no idea what I have all around this desk. It's a whole collection of stuff. Now, I probably will take this to the post office to mail, especially if I put a check in it, and see if it needs extra postage. Okay, here we go. I'm going to order some skinnier ones so they don't stick out as much. So, do you work? Are you back to work today? Boy, I used to hate those Mondays. Sunday night was stomachache night because I was born to be retired. Okay, so that's the outside of the card. Now I have to figure out what to do for the inside of the card. These are not fancy people. I mean, they like to go camping and stuff, so this is probably a little too ornate for them. However, you know, once in a lifetime you get married, hopefully, and that's it. So this one says, love, laughter, and happily ever after. I like that. And I'm going to stamp it right in here. And if it doesn't work out, then I will stamp it again and cut over it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I need my VersaFine again. Of course, I put everything away, trying to be neat. Okay. VersaFine. Okay, here I go. See how long it takes to make one card? Ooh. Okay, let's see how we do. Very good. Okay, love, laughter, and happily ever after. And then I can decide if I want to, I think maybe we'll do a few butterflies, since they're such nature people. And call it a day. Boy, I'm really using them from this roll. Okay, I am going to round the corners. I think that gives it a finished look. Just going to do it a little bit. Do the little one. And I'll put a little note on the back, made by Mindy. And there you have it. Today's project. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.